With this, we want to show you that this is the reality people are living right now to leave Venezuela. Well, look, this is the first time this has happened to us while traveling, and talking to the immigration officer, we were screwed. I mean, there really was no way out. Thank you, Anita.
Oh, she's touching me. She's touching me. Look, she has her little bed over there, and actually, we bought that little bed for the car, but she loved it so much that we brought it upstairs. And today, since it's our last morning for pretty much this month, we told her, "No, Hannah, you're going to sleep with us, you won't have your independence," and she agreed.
Good morning, my crazy ones. Just like you read in the title, today you're going to join us as we leave Venezuela to fulfill a few dreams. We're going to do some guided tours in Finland, and we want to tell you about it through this blog and not just notes in this little blog. Not only everything we had to do to be able to arrive and meet up with our travelers, but also everything we do. On a day when we're traveling in the afternoon, our flight today leaves at 5:20 in the afternoon. So you're gonna join us for everything that happens on a travel day with Dos Locos de Viaje. First problem to solve today, taking a shower and bathing our furry girl to leave her clean. During this time that we won't be like 999% of Venezuelan travelers, we don't have running water, so we have a tank. But we forgot last night to open the faucet so that while we slept, because they turn it on at 5 in the morning and at 8 at night. Yesterday we got home at 11 at night. We forgot to leave it open before going out and also before going to bed. So we ran out of water in the tank. There's no water, so since we have to solve it at the last minute, we'll grab a big bottle of drinking water, and that's how we'll manage. This is literally going to be the best shower with drinking water. While Niñita takes care of the bathroom. I'm going to change to go train and take advantage of showering at the gym because honestly, I hate showering with a little bucket. Especially since where we store the water jugs, it's like that place is way too cold and it seems like the water... No man, it's about 18 degrees anyway, let's do it.
I dream of the day when running water like this is normal and exciting. I don't know how it happened each time. The big bottle is so cold, I'm freezing, my hair got tangled, I'm putting on some leave-in cream to see if it untangles.
We do this being super privileged that they give us water twice a day for 15 minutes. Unfortunately, we got lazy and didn't open the tap to fill up the tank. But we know firsthand of relatives who only get water every 15 days. I mean, if you're unlucky and one day you don't get water, maybe you went out or weren't home, that's it. Either you hire a water truck or literally you go a month without water coming to your house. I know all Venezuelans, both in Venezuela and abroad, are aware of this reality. This isn't about complaining about things, it's simply about showing you the reality. But this part of the video in particular is for all the foreigners who follow us. Especially since during recent events, I've seen you on social media giving a lot of opinions, a lot about our country. And unfortunately, as you know, living here in Venezuela, well, you can't say much, if anything at all. At least we show you the reality so you can reevaluate your opinions or at least think twice about them. In fact, I would prefer not to give my opinion about a topic I have no experience with. Unless you speak from first-hand experience, like being a Venezuelan, having a Venezuelan relative, or coming here and living the reality before giving an opinion. But I'll leave it at that because we still live in Venezuela. Now let's use this little thing, which was our gift to ourselves for Christmas. And honestly, am I a fan of an espresso machine? Those who have followed the journey of this channel know that I am addicted to coffee. In fact, I'm going to show you all the machines and different methods I have for making coffee. So you can honestly say, are you sick? Tone it down a bit. But anyway, this is our latest acquisition, a little ninja machine, which, by the way, I saw that Pecas also bought. I'll tell you how it works in a moment. Before that, we used a regular Nespresso capsule machine, although there's nothing like an honestly natural coffee. That's with natural beans, these are with prefabricated capsules, but we also have several types of coffee beans. This one, for example, is from Bolivia, this one is from South Africa, over there we have one from Trujillo, and here we have one from Panama. Another extraction method is the French press. Here we have a B60 if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if the name is Chemex or B60. Here we have a coffee grinder, here we have an AeroPress, and over here we have... Well, I don't remember if this is the B60 and the other one is the Chemex or the other way around. A little cup with some holes. There, you put the little filter here and filter the coffee. And over here we have a mocha pot, and here we have another bag of coffee. And finally, here we have a kettle that heats the water with maximum precision so that the coffees, especially the filtered ones, turn out just right. We also have this milk frother, which makes the milk creamy and foamy, you know, just perfect for making a cappuccino, and a scale in grams, so the measurements are perfect. But today, since we're in a hurry, and honestly because I also love espresso, to make our lives easier, we're going to go with the Italian ristretto. Music. And a good coffee, among other things. It's known because you take it straight from the machine, taste it directly, and you don't burn your mouth. Music.
Music.
For us, yes, but that's not the norm. There are people who show off just because they're paid, even without having...
I think that one...
Specifies it for that reason.
Because there are people who show it for this reason. Not everything we show is because we really love it. Well, the bag isn't showing up because it froze, but what you see here is called Bon Appetit, and it's cooked food that comes packaged like this. This one at least is pork leg, and it comes with different vegetables. They add vitamins. So is it a really complete diet for the dogs? And I started buying it because we used to give both Hershey and Sokita dog food. That approach was too dry and ultimately hurt them. With Hannah, we want a different approach. This is what the food looks like. It's food, you know. It looks like real food.
And it's already cooked, because obviously there's also the bath diet, but there are people who don't like it because, well, it's raw food. This is already cooked, just reheat it in the microwave for 30 seconds.
There's another bag.
What I really love is that on the Dos Locos de Viaje website, you enter the breed, your dog, you enter the weight, you enter if they like chicken, beef or pork, and it tells you how much you should give them daily. For example, for Hannah, they recommend giving her food twice a day, 120 grams. In fact, that's what I got, but a lot.
125 each.
Exactly, 125 grams. Well, 120? Yeah, exactly. Each meal, 250 grams a day. I've seen a lot of videos where Instagram experts, I don't know if this is real, and I want you who are reading to let me know here in the comments. They suggest feeding dogs only once a day unless there's a specific reason.
I accept, I don't accept.
Unless someone has a special diet or condition, like Hershey, who took pills and ate twice daily. We used to do the same with Sokita, but now we don't. A study of 28,000 dogs at Harvard makes me wonder how they managed to bring so many dogs there for so long. So, those who were given one meal a day had better cognitive development, they got tired less. Send advertising.
We bought them food for a whole month, And isn't it that they're so amazing that they deserve it? They're advertising, they deserve it, guys. This is how we do advertising here. We don't get paid for things that deserve it. Sponsor me, sponsor me.
When we rescued Hannah 2.5 months ago, she weighed 45 kilos. Today she weighs 7. And when we rescued her, I couldn't feel her ribs. Be careful. She may have been malnourished from living on the street. Also, look at this. What you see here are rashes from sleeping on the hot sidewalk. Literally, battle scars, and I've been treating them, which is the worst part, but they're still there, like marks from the sidewalk, the rashes, and I'm sorry, sweetie. And I don't know if she's just getting back to her ideal weight or if we've spoiled her too much. But 7 kilos, you might say that's nothing, right, ma'am? She has gained 50% of her weight. Just imagine, I weigh 85, I would weigh 127. Now then, time to eat, time to eat. Oh, enjoy your meal, mommy. Enjoy your meal, enjoy your meal, enjoy your meal, mommy. Enjoy your meal, of course, yes, no. Good evening. See how easy it is? I've learned over the years that putting on your shoes is an accomplishment. Dos Locos de Viaje on Instagram and the Loco de Viaje website.
Locos de Viaje store.
Punto store. Now let's go. Look, meet Joel on Instagram. Obviously you know him because he's the cuddly bear I post about all the time on my personal account, but here on YouTube. I think you were in a video from our 2019 rafting trip in Barinas.
For sure.
But this guy is a gym rat, a maniac who never goes out. But anyway, friends since school, my coach, and today also my cameraman. So, what are we going to do today?
We're going to do a strength training circuit with resistance, meaning we're going to work on cardiovascular capacity, but we'll also include some hypertrophy training.
He knows his stuff, you see? It's not like he just took some courses on Instagram, you know?
Did you get a physical education degree at the teaching college?
I'm not sure. Can you explain more? What's the first exercise?
We're doing wall,
Rolls and
glute ham developer sit-ups.
Nothing else.
No.
All set. He trained and really had a great time. I've shared my philosophy about physical activity on Instagram, and it's that there's not a single day I exercise that goes badly for me. Anything can happen to me. I can have 1,000 problems. But having trained literally makes it a day one. And especially in these times of so much uncertainty. Drain yourself by training, climbing a mountain, because I understand that some people might not have the budget to pay for a gym, so climb the mountain, it's free. And I would say it's even better, because you're in contact with nature, and the amount of serotonin you release, you're literally happy all day. Now let's continue, because there's still a lot to do before going to the airport.
next stop, dentist.
When I finish all this treatment,
Follow us on Instagram because I'm going to show you the results, but I think it's beautiful. Alright, just 15 minutes. Thanks so much.
that you cared for me since the office
Really
opens the
week that
What if the dentist gave you 2 new pairs every 15 days or monthly? And obviously they charge you like a consultation every month or every time you go here? No, well here, after they do your evaluation, your diagnosis and everything, they give you the pairs you need. In my case, I repeat, 10 for the lower, 20 for the upper, which would be 5 months and 10 months respectively, and the consultations are already included. You don't have to pay more unless, well, like me, you break a button and need to pay for materials, stuff like that, but honestly, it's great. I love it. It's not invasive at all. If I'm going to a party at night and don't want them to appear in photos, I just take the appliances off. My teeth look about the same since they're transparent, but I really like them. You'll see me with the appliances this afternoon because I left them at home. Today everything went wrong with the sliding door, but I'm on my way and I'll finish soon. I got to my tourism company really quickly. I have a quick half-hour meeting before the next step and the next one before going to the airport. I left the office and now I'm going to get my hair and beard trimmed. It's been, well, really long days. Every day I leave the office at 10 or 11 at night because, as you can imagine, tourism isn't doing very well. And we've changed marketing teams, we've done everything possible to try to keep the company afloat. Because I have a few young people working with me who believe in Venezuela, who are betting on tourism in the country, and obviously, well, it would hurt me a whole lot, to have to close the company. And I've dedicated myself completely. I've been fully committed. My whole stay in Venezuela. For the last 2 months, I've basically been working really hard to create new packages, promote, make group plans, which makes it possible to travel more affordably. And people have gotten interested, but there's still a long way to go. A huge road ahead. And in this 2026, well, we set ourselves a series of really long tasks and goals to try to cover different areas. Well, business-wise, like corporate trips, school trips, we've already done all of this, but we haven't promoted it. There are schools that call us, companies that call us, and in this case, we want to give it a push. Not just people who travel on their own or couples, but also companies and schools. So they can see that we're here, that we're still offering a spectacular service with maximum comfort, and that there are also options for those on a low budget. And with all that, they want to travel around Venezuela. The last package we launched was $120 a full day in Morocco with alcoholic drinks, breakfast, lunch, a seafood snack before leaving, and snacks. I mean everything, literally a catamaran ride. I mean everything, literally everything, all transportation, and it's really awesome. It's had a lot of interest, but, well, their specific dates and spots fill up pretty quickly. So, like I said, if you want, you can go to the company's website and make a reservation. Look, visits to Teresa, who's my barber, are usually much more relaxed than that. With a face mask, a little tea. And you can spend an hour and a half, 2 hours here. But today we're going to see how fast you are and how extreme you are. I have 14 minutes and 30 seconds left. Let's see if I can get a haircut and beard trim without getting butchered. You worked a miracle. Did you see how long it took? 19 or 12 minutes, almost 19, right? No, we started earlier. No, but really, for a haircut and beard, we managed not to look like a mess. It's fine, a bit crazy, but not a mess. It's really crazy, right? Look, what a beautiful view, what? Haircut done, beard trimmed. And there's one last stop already sent to the house. In what, in my opinion, is the only first world company here in Venezuela. You all know there's no other, it's simple. Farmatodo is impressive. I mean, I love Farmatodo so much that this week I went 4 times, basically every day. You can go just to buy anything, and I love it. You use self-checkout and no one checks your receipt. Unlike most supermarkets where a cashier rings you up and a security guard checks your receipt, this place is different. No. Farmatodo, literally, you pay and you leave and nobody checks anything. You don't even have a cashier. Well, there are cashiers if you don't want to do self-checkout. But I don't love Pharmatodo. I mean, I do, and then you leave and no one checks your receipt. No, it's great. Really top notch. And we also agree that this is the best Pharmatodo in all of Venezuela. I mean, I've walked the streets, walked a lot. The country is new. I think this Pharmatodo is less than 2 years old or just over 2, and it's easily the best in all of Venezuela. But just look at how beautiful it is. Not just the Pharmatodo, but the whole view of Caracas. No, 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 what a sight, what a sight. Ready? I mean, I think this has been the fastest stop of the whole day. It took me 5 minutes and I think that was too much. And I told them, look, no, nobody checks you or anything, but in this case, I bought 16 packs of papelon with lime and mint. And of course, it triggered an alert and nothing. He came. A girl quickly checked the amount and that was it, but even after paying, they didn't check anything at all. I think it's incredible because when the company trusts the customer, you also feel encouraged to do things right. And obviously, it also has a system, so with security cameras and all that, it's not like just anyone can make something up here. No, it's wonderful, really. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong, but in my opinion, Farmato is the only company, or the most developed one, the biggest customer service company. No, they're really awesome. Honestly, I love them, they're awesome. Alright, now we have to be home in an hour and a half, but I haven't packed the bags, so let's head home and finish up. Who forgot the shower at the gym? What's up? Who am I? A mess? I kept forgetting the shampoo. I kept forgetting the soap. I kept forgetting the devices the dentist needed to give me. But well, the main thing was that they put the little button on me. No, I didn't forget everything, but well, I think today I've gone around more than a peed-on mattress, just like that, and that's it. Now it's time to bathe with a bucket and finish packing the suitcase so we can leave. If you followed our December cruise in Colombia, you probably saw us say, "We'll show you the suitcases." But after all the ordeal we went through, we were never able to give you details about our new product at Locos de Viaje store. And look how beautiful it is. These are our new bags. Suitcases that you can check in, meaning they hold your perfect 23 kilos. And additionally, they're made with very sturdy handles for any kind of rough terrain. We're going to Finland, and dragging a suitcase through the snow is a hassle. It's easier to carry the bag on your back. And that's it. Look, I'm going to show you because first, it's water resistant. Now you can't submerge the bag, but if it rains, the material won't let any water in at all. And look at how it is. Inside, it's super durable. Here it has a little zipper to store other things, and it's really spacious. And of course, well, this comes out and you can drag it without any problem.
And the front zipper? If you want to store the handles, if you're not going to use them, we recommend taking them off and storing them there.
You can take this off here like this and then do this quickly. Look, and you store these little handles. If you say, I'm going somewhere I won't need to carry the bag, just store your handles here. Do the same with both and you're done. But if you're going to go up some stairs, it's tough because there's no other way to say it, having to carry a bag like this by hand, step by step, bumping it, and all that. And look, this bag is actually more comfortable to carry by hand like this. Now picture a rolling suitcase, and I know you'll ask, why even have one? I'm taking it with me to make some demonstration videos, to do some ads on Instagram. That's where you'll see the difference and the benefits of traveling with a crazy bag. Traveling with a rolling suitcase, especially in a place like Finland where you'll see floors covered in snow. Dragging a bag is super complicated, so you hang your bag over your shoulder. It's 10 meters, 20 meters, you hang your bag over your shoulder. You won't put 23 kilos in it and walk a kilometer. That's it.
It's important to note that our bags are not for backpackers. If you want to carry your bag like a backpacker, Obviously, those bags have a waist strap and so on. This bag is all-terrain because in extreme cases where you can't roll the suitcase, you have the option to use the straps and carry it.
And look, then you close it here and everything stays nice and tightly shut. It's a shame I'm making this little vlog with a small camera. But if you could see even the details of the zipper, or look at this beauty, the zipper, I don't know if you can see it there. It says, "Dos locos de viaje, do we really have it?" Well, we had more than a year of work. We started creating this bag. Around mid-2024, by the end of 2024, we had the first samples. We traveled with it for about 3 months. In fact, if you watch videos from the channel at that time, you'll see a yellow one like this, which wasn't the final version. But we wanted to put it through its paces so we could guarantee it's a good product. That bag didn't even have this extra part we decided to add here so it could stand upright. When you put weight in it, you can set it down and it stands on its own. If it didn't have that little base, it would tip forward. And here my camera bag fits perfectly. It has a little strap that I hang here, which isn't ours, but maybe in the future we'll make some other small bags. To complement these travel suitcases, for now we only have this one, and honestly, it's spectacular, at a modest price of $95. You can order it through WhatsApp, which we'll leave below on the Instagram page of Locos de Viaje store. Now let's pack the suitcase, because we're running late.
I've already gotten quite a bit done. Over here, I have my sweaters, my fleeces, my warmers, both for the top and the bottom, and my winter pants. Beanies. These gloves, which we bought new and are amazing, are highly recommended for extreme cold like Finland in January. Use a glove where you can put your fingers separately inside this one. I don't even think it's merino wool, but it is a good first layer, and then you put on a mitten. If you get to buy these patches, which are super essential, you place the patch between your first glove and your mitten, and you have space for your whole little fist to get warm there. So I take these 3 gloves with me. I take these 2 because sometimes gloves get lost and you have to have a spare. I take these winter buffs with me. There's this one and this one, which is for sports and has a double layer. Over here I'm taking a swimsuit, underwear, socks, and here I'm taking my boots, which aren't the best, but they're the ones I have and the ones I'm going to take.
Look over here, this one is beige with that logo in fuchsia, and it also has a little detail on the zipper that says Locos de Viaje. I've used this a lot already, so it's a bit dirty. I'll use it to pack everything I mentioned, little girl. It's essential for the snow. The gloves, the socks, the merino wool socks, the balaclava, and the other gloves.
Girl, wait, are you missing something? Oh yes, I still need to pack Aunt Janita.
Let's throw her in here. I'm going with you.
Daddy, I'm coming with you. Now if everyone is here...
I'm not sure if I had the saw. Maybe I overdid it, but let's find out.
That's really their purpose, to help the group nurse do their job well. You maximize the space and organize a bit, since you know what happens at the hotel. The suitcase usually explodes, so this is a way to keep everything a little more under control.
I'll be completely honest with you about this. In a wheeled suitcase, clothes stay more organized since you just open it and you're done. Our bags are all terrain. 8x-8, not 4x-8, but 8x-8. The clothes are more compressed, so when you open the bag and need something from the bottom, it's harder to get it out. Do you need these suitcase organizers to keep everything tidy? Music. The rush isn't stopping now. In fact, we're 20 minutes late to be at the airport 3 hours early. But anyway, let's cross our fingers and hope we make it, because today has really been a very intense day. And that's it. Good luck, good luck. Bye, Mom. Bye, bye, Mommy. Bye, music.
Music.
It's January 8th,
2026, we're eating burgers over there. We have Plan B, Trio, coffee, cactus, music. And I hope to show this clip someday. I want you to see what the airport looks like on a weekday at 6 in the evening, 4 in the afternoon. I know, I'm convinced, music, that this is gonna be packed someday. Music. They'll need to open another place because there won't be enough room for all the restaurants and people. Music. Who come to Venezuela to reunite with their families, who come to get to know the country. Or those people who want to go out and explore the world. And they're going to have the opportunity to do it, and they'll also come through here already checked.
We've already gone through the immigration process, and right now we're finishing up some burgers over there as a plan B before heading to the boarding gate. Some interesting facts are that the airport is super empty. There are only 5 flights today. I'm going to read them to you. They're to Havana, Bogota, Cartagena, Curacao, and Cartagena. There are 2 flights to Cartagena. We had a flight with Plus Ultra from Caracas to Madrid, plus another flight. Look, I think the cheapest flight I've ever paid for in my life cost us $580, but I bought it 4 months ago. That's why it turned out that way. There was a promotion and all, and I didn't miss it. There I was, swearing that literally it was going to be the cheapest flight I would ever pay for in my life. With all the flight cancellations and international airlines stopping their service to Venezuela, the alternative to go to Madrid with Plus Ultra was to take a Caracas to Cartagena flight with Laser. And from Cartagena, you would connect to Madrid. Well, the flight from Caracas to Cartagena was $660 per person. I mean, the 1 hour and 40-minute flight we're about to take ended up being more expensive than the 9-hour flight, which I think is how long it takes from Cartagena to Madrid. Obviously, it's a crazy business because I'd say they take advantage of people's needs, but in the end, who knows? What are the operating costs of traveling from Caracas to Cartagena, the taxes for landing the plane, and so on and so on. Also, there are 2 flights to Cartagena because the Plus Ultra flight from Cartagena to Madrid carries about 300 and something people. They were just telling me about it. Meanwhile, this plane we're taking with Laser only carries about 100 and something people, so you need like 2 planes to be able to fill the other flight from Cartagena to Madrid. In the end, we ended up paying $580 plus $660, that's $1,240 for the ticket. As if that wasn't enough, you might say, well, it's expensive, but it's not totally outrageous. We had a ticket from Madrid to Finland, where we're going to start our guided tours. By the way, check out this little black sweater and the back part.
Yeah, but stay still. We have swans, we have Santa, we have salmon, we have little bears, we have reindeer, we have pine trees, we have snow, we have drums and reggaeton.
We have pine trees and we have good stuff. And then, in theory, the flight from Caracas to Madrid was supposed to arrive at 10 in the morning in Madrid tomorrow, and the same day, we were supposed to leave at 4 in the afternoon to Finland. After all the changes, our Caracas to Cartagena flight now departs at 6 p.m. The one from Cartagena to Madrid leaves at 11 at night, and we arrive in Madrid at 3 in the afternoon tomorrow. We won't have time for immigration in Madrid. Pick up the suitcase and check in again with the next airline in just over an hour, arriving at 3 in the afternoon. So we missed that flight and, well, we didn't really miss it. We changed the flight to the next day, to the 10th. And that change was no more and no less than 490 euros, which would be about $680. If that wasn't enough. We lost the hotel night we had in Finland because we arrived on the 9th in theory, and we have to pay for another hotel night. This time in Madrid to spend tomorrow night. But well, it's part of the job. Literally, are these the hurdles or the obstacles as Venezuelans and privileged? Honestly, because there are people who might not even be able to afford it, and there's the most annoying option, which is to go through the border. I did it several times last year, and honestly, it's tedious, it's possible, but it's tedious, especially if you go by bus. In fact, I have a couple of videos on the channel if you want to watch them, by bus. From Caracas to San Antonio, El Táchira, and then crossing the border there by taxi, and then from Camilo Daza Airport. In Cucuta, I'd go to either Panama or Bogota for an international connection, since Cucuta lacks many international flights. So, well, we're truly grateful to have the opportunity to afford all these extras. But at the same time with this, we want to show you that this is the reality we're living right now. To leave Venezuela, everyone. There's another airline, which is Estelar, and to fly to Madrid, you have to make a stopover in Barbados. I'm unsure of the flight cost from Caracas to Barbados. There's another lesser-known option for those with a passport. European or American visa, they can do Caracas-Curacao and then Curacao-Amsterdam. But I understand that most people want to go directly, Madrid. So the first two options are better, but that's another alternative to leave. Look, this cafe is really nice, and that little girl sitting over there is even prettier. But look.
This trip has been wild, not because of the trip itself, but because of everything leading up to it. For a moment, we imagined ourselves already crossing the border on foot, but one way or another, we would do whatever it took to make it happen. And I'm sure it's going to be so magical, so spectacular. We're going to see so many classrooms.
Amen.
I know it. You need to subscribe now.
Right now.
So you can save it?
Or have you subscribed? You hadn't subscribed, me neither. Yeah.
All start at sea level with an average speed of 850 km/h, estimating 1 hour and 30 minutes of travel time. Weather conditions.
Arrived. All the way to Colombia. Now the longest flight remains. Go. Well, look, this is the first time this has happened to us on a trip. And talking about it with the immigration officer, he told us it was crazy. And the thing is, when we were arriving in Cartagena, they told us, you have to get in this line. Look, this little spot is right here. Look, Madrid, and they send us to get our passports stamped, but when we checked in at Caracas, they told us, no, the bags go straight to Madrid. And generally, when you have a layover where your luggage goes straight to the final destination, you just change gates and that's it, unless you have to change airport terminals. And in that case, well, you do have to pick up your luggage and check in again with the next airline. But in this case, no, our luggage goes straight to Madrid. But still, right now, they told us that we had to get our passports stamped for entry and exit immediately. I mean, we just finished getting our passports stamped, and now we're waiting in this whole line to get them stamped again. Exit passport stamp from Colombia, basically adding 2 stamps to the passport in less than 5 minutes. I'll keep explaining why. Alright, I had to turn off the camera because we were literally entering the place where they stamp your exit passport from Colombia. Again, very strange, but anyway. What the immigration officer was telling me, because I asked him, and it seemed really odd to me. It's that by stamping your passport for entry and then for exit, you were basically giving the police authorization to check your luggage. Both the checked luggage, because they take it off the plane, and usually when it's a layover where you're not going to enter the country. That luggage usually goes straight to the next plane without being checked, but now that's not the case. Now they take it off the plane, inspect it, and then put it on the next plane. And I also imagine that carry-on luggage too, because normally, for example, layovers in Panama, even if it's with another airline. If I travel, for example, with a carry-on bag, it's just that I did it several times. So you would arrive in Panama and stay in the waiting area, but they wouldn't check your carry-on bag again? Well, this time we did have to put our luggage through another scanner where they checked it. I mean, basically, more or less, the officers, or would I say that the controls here in Colombia don't trust the inspections done in Venezuela, and they want to do a double check? Before sending your luggage from here to Europe or letting you board the plane with your personal luggage, after 5 long hours of layover, we're finally starting to board the Plus Ultra flight from Cartagena to Madrid. One thing that I don't know if it made me a little upset, it made me sad. It's the lounge, literally, where they kind of brought us already. We were in Cartagena a month ago, where we were taking the cruise. And in the lounge, there was even an Avianca lounge and everything. While for this flight, they assigned us, well, a little room where there was nothing but hot dogs. I mean, the only thing to eat was hot dogs and maybe some bread, sandwiches. Besides that, just junk food and bad stuff. I even asked in a mini lounge where they let me in to take a look, and there was absolutely nothing inside either, just some more comfortable chairs. But there wasn't any decent food, so I had to improvise with whatever I could find to eat a little healthier, and now I'm just waiting to leave. Finally. Hey, Madrid, what's new around here?
What are you doing?
Not for January.
It's nice, it's nice.
It's nice.
Look, here are a few tips to fight jet lag. I don't know if you know about it. Yes, jet lag. First, get a little sunlight. Second, take off your shoes and walk on grass. If it's winter and you can't do that, then comes the third step. Do a little exercise, and that way your body will be adapting to the new schedule.
Right? And hang in there a little bit, I mean us. In theory, in Caracas it's 9 in the morning and here it's 3 in the afternoon. So, well, we obviously slept all day. We're super fresh, but tonight, try to put your phone down an hour before going to bed and go to sleep at 10 at night. 11 at the latest, because by then we won't be sleepy since we've already slept. If you don't fight jet lag yourself, you'll stay up until 3 a.m., wake at 1 or 2 p.m., and get stuck in a vicious cycle. Nice. Look at the beauty on the screen. Look at that beauty. Super pretty. Wow. Oh, quick.
And I remember the food being really good.
Me too. Beautiful day. Madrid welcomes us. Just a few days ago it was -3, but today it's around 14 or 15 degrees. We left our things at the hotel and went to Yarpar.
What's our favorite restaurant?
I mean, fast food? Yeah, look, on a screen, because it's really fast, but it's not junk fast food, it's healthy fast food. Look who I ran into around here. Hello?
I didn't realize they were recording a video. How are you?
Yeah, how are you doing? Can I record you? Do you have a problem with it being published?
No, I don't want to appear first, later, or in any video. Anything else?
How are you, Daddy?
All good. What are you up to? How are you? How was the arrival? How did they welcome you? From Madrid?
Just going from an 8-hour flight to a 20-hour one, including the layover in Colombia? Exactly. Yeah, don't remind me. Just like that. Exactly what?
I arrived the same way on December 31st, nearly spending New Year's in the air, but landed here at 4 post Meridium. Luckily, I made it on time since the plan was to be here for New Year's. My mom lives here, so...
And how was it?
Was it really nice? Not really. I just rushed out of the airport, ran to my mom's house, said hi, wished a happy new year, hugged, and went to sleep. Jet lag was a killer, obviously, but well, the following days have been pretty nice.
What have you done all this week?
I mean, finishing organizing what I was going to record, and well...
Him here? Putting pressure on me in public to post? No, really. Do you follow him? Do you follow Phogonics? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Follow and turn on notifications. He says it's cold. I arrived in Madrid like this, all relaxed with my little Caracas sweater. I mean, a sweater for Caracas, and he put a ski mask on me.
But they haven't changed or anything.
Right.
How are you, girl?
Good, no, I don't have that much.
But that's because you put on underwear, right?
But guess what?
What kind of heater?
They told us that where we're going, in the north of Finland, the temperature is minus 41. Wow.
In fact, let's check the shipment. Let's check the shipment to see.
I got scared.
Let's put it here. Well, in Madrid, look, in Madrid it's already 8 degrees, but let's look here. Let's see. Remove it, Finland. Here it is. Minus 32, but they said it hit minus 41 yesterday or today from minus 30. This is crazy. Honey, are you ready for this? Another brief technical stop in Madrid at my best friend's house, where I always stay to pick up the most important thing. Every time I take a trip in Europe, does anyone see it around here? Here's the little drone. You know that the situation with drones in Venezuela is really complicated, so I left my drone here in Spain. And every time I go to Europe, I have a layover in Madrid and I pick it up and then I leave it here again to avoid any kind of problem. And also we received, look, a really important little box because we're going to do a DNA test to see where we come from. Subscribe and stay tuned. At the start of the next video, I'll show you how everything is done, followed by the results.
Our last stop of the day is here, at a Korean barbecue restaurant. We're such fans that every time we go to a different country, we look to see if there's a Korean barbecue place nearby, and we eat. We brought Danny, who hasn't tried it before, and I'm sure she'll love it because it's delicious. You basically wrap it up.
What?
I'm not calling it a taco since it's nothing like one, but it's like you wrap it in a lettuce leaf. It can be pork, beef, you add garlic, kimchi, and other little things, and you eat it, and it's delicious. And we're going to show you.
I said I was going to do a time lapse until we finished eating, and honestly, there's still way too much food left. When we got here, we found out it was a buffet. It's the first time, well, actually the second time we've been to a Korean barbecue buffet. The other time was in Seoul, Korea. And when it's like that, the portions of the dishes are usually smaller. But you just keep ordering and ordering and ordering and ordering and ordering, and no, everything has been so delicious tonight. 10 out of 10. This restaurant is called Seoul Barbecue Grill, Madrid. Really top notch. Very, very good. It already had 49 stars on Google, and we really rely a lot on Google ratings, so it's 100% recommended. Really, really good. How was your first Korean barbecue? Good, I'm still learning, but I'm already messy. Damn it, part of the experience. Yeah, it's really good, and the place is really nice. Good morning from Madrid. We're continuing the trip, continuing the route to get to Finland. We still have a long way to go. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, better not to count.
Like 14 hours of travel.
And it's time to get ready. Onion mode, that means with lots of layers. I
thought you were going to cry.
Well, that too, just onion mode to the max. First, because before we used to fly almost more directly. No, I don't know if we didn't have a layover. I think we still had a layover.
But this one,
Layover is
4 hours in Paris. Girl, aren't we going to go to Trifar? No? That's how romantic she is normally. Always, always.
I'm not someone who likes to go out. If it's 4 hours, I stay at the hotel, at the airport. If it's 8 hours, I'll say yes, let's go. But with 4 hours, I'll just be rushing and I won't enjoy it.
You say that from your privilege since you travel often. If I had a 4-hour layover, would I explore? By the way, so people remember, whether it's because of this smell or not, honey, let the bathroom say what they smell like, divine or not. What do you think?
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Look, I normally don't breathe in bathrooms. I mean, I have some kind of self-defense mechanism. I created it when I was a kid because I went into bathrooms that were just too disgusting. And as soon as I walk into a bathroom, I start breathing through my mouth, and obviously I don't notice the smell anymore. But every now and then it kind of slips. I breathe through my nose and I say, does it smell good? Does it smell bad? Okay. But the Madrid airport is something crazy. I mean, the whole airport has that smell. But in the bathroom, it's like it gets stronger, and I think it's amazing. And this isn't crazy, it's real. I mean, don't you think it was such a hassle I had to carry? Look, with the jacket, with the winter boots. But my suitcase weighed 27 kilos. The problem is that I brought like 35 t-shirts. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you these t-shirts, which we give to all the tourists on our trips to Finland, and I brought them all in my suitcase.
What a beautiful airport, really. Everything has been just so lovely. While we were heading here, we traveled quite a bit. We were driving for about 5 minutes, and it's beautiful on the outside. I think that when I came the first time, the only time, it wasn't this airport.
There are several airports on the outskirts of Paris, and I think the last time I came to France, excluding the pandemic, was when we crossed the border. Well, if you don't tell yourselves that story, we got stuck in Slovenia.
That story's very long.
No, not short. And when we went to Madeira to spend most of the pandemic, the only flight leaving was from Switzerland. So we went to a small town in Switzerland, which was on the border with Germany and France. And we couldn't cross so many borders.
How beautiful.
Well, finishing the story. The fact is that we didn't want to cross so many borders, because we were afraid that, like Valeri, she had been there for more than 3 months, which is what the visa-free period allows. There, in the Schengen area. Police stopped us at customs and asked, look, miss, what are you doing? This was during the pandemic, despite exceptions. And we found a couch surfing place, which was free accommodation in Switzerland, which was where the town was. It was called Basel. And suddenly, the girl.
If someone hears us say town,
and the lady who gave us the couch surfing, which is the free accommodation, tells us, no, but I live in France. To reach Switzerland and the airport, you must cross the border, first from France to Germany, then from Germany to Switzerland. So we spent 3 days in that little town in France. We crossed every day to Germany, then we crossed to Switzerland, we crossed border after border after border, and we didn't want to cross borders. Just imagine, but anyway, protect me, Lord, with your spirit.
and we made it.
We were super protected by God and the police. Nothing, never. And after almost 4 hours at the Paris airport, it's time to board. Now our last flight before this craziness begins. What are you looking for? Look how beautiful this place is. Look how exciting. I mean, at that point, there was no way we could make a connection because the other alternative was just crazy. Or fly to San Antonio del Táchira, cross the border, fly from Cucuta to Bogota, from Bogota to Madrid, and so on. No, that's just crazy. I mean, explain to me, these tunnels to board the plane. All of them, made of glass. Look, here's one, there's another one over there. Well, honestly, the infrastructure of this airport is top-notch. Okay, look at this thing coming out of the plane. The bridge is already frozen, there's ice on the tunnel controls, it's crazy, but yeah, travelers. We've finally arrived in Finland. Finland. The little one got ahead of me and I'm happy. I'm happy.
I don't know if that's why I feel so happy or because we're going to Santa's house. We're going to see reindeer. We're going to see the northern lights. We're going to ride snowmobiles. I don't know what makes me happier.
But you who are watching this video will have to subscribe and wait, because we're going to show that in the next one. The fact is that after 46 hours, 45 or something like that, since we left Venezuela, we finally arrived in Helsinki, the capital of this Nordic country that we love so much. And that's it. I think we're going to end this video here. Yes.
I want to invite you to something. If you're new to this channel and you're watching this video right now, thank you. Please go watch the video about rappelling at Angel Falls. I just put it on the plane and cried and cried. I'm very proud of that video. I feel like it has a beautiful message and it reaffirms why I do and love what I do. If you want to keep watching videos, check out that one. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
And well, that's it. I invite you to leave us a comment, a like, and stay tuned. Because, as we've told you many times, this is the platform we love the most because we can express ourselves here full time. Super long videos, and we know you enjoy them too. But show us some love down in the comments so we can keep working hard and making these videos, which aren't easy.